Hey guys, welcome to Late Night Thoughts of Charlie, episode 3. And our topic for this episode is going to be meaningful things and useful things, which are two completely different, subjects in my opinion, because useful things like money or just like items that you use, like tools, and then meaningful things that have like actual like sentimental value to you, like that given to you by a loved one or a friend or something like that, like something like a keepsake. That would be like a meaningful thing type deal. But useful things are things that honestly most people would idolize, whether it be, like I said, money, cars, or houses, properties, whatever it could be. But you should never really take it to like an extreme is type deal, in my opinion. I really don't think I think that's most people's, because then that's when it becomes an addiction, whether it be drug abuse. That's a great example of what things you should not idolize right there. Because a drug could honestly be anything that you obsess over until the point where it affects you physically, mentally, spiritually. That's where it can get dangerous. So I got a Bible verse, or two Bible verses actually for the subject. Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. Honor the Lord from your wealth and from the first of all your produce. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. So that verse, you could take it all sorts of places with it, but he's saying he wants you to be plentiful. He's gonna bless you, right? So he's gonna bless you with all these things. But what should I do with them? That's the thing. Should I just hoard them and just go into greed with them? Probably not. I would definitely not want anyone to do that. All right? Don't get me wrong. God said he's, he wants you to be plentiful. He wants you to have all that. But what you do with it, that's a whole different thing. So that's why I said I wanted to get the difference between useful things and meaningful things. So the meaningful things, honestly, in my opinion, are mostly non-physical. That's crazy, right? Non-physical things are honestly the people most people want in life. They want love. People want love. That's like the number one people want in this world is love, peace, health. You can't, like, whether you like it or not, you really can't buy it. Like you can get all the good medicines you want in the world. But at the end of the day, you could literally just not wake up tomorrow and you wouldn't know why. Because that's they're looking at, that's God's timing. No, it really doesn't make much sense to us, but that's just the truth. That's why meaningful things are mostly the things that we can't see. Like you want influence. You can't see like influence unless it's right in front of you. Like like I said, love, peace, joy, all those things, they're not physical. But those are the meaningful things that people, not even rich people can't buy that. Like they can have all those useful things, like I said, useful things. Big difference. Useful things. You'd have all the money you want in the world, but if you don't have the meaningful things, the really important things, like God is very meaningful to me because I thankfully have a relationship with Him. Very grateful for that. But like I said, He gives me those meaningful things. Like, don't get me wrong, people can give you those things too, but God gives it to a whole other magnitude, and He wants you to have those relationships as well, which is why He gave us free will and why, because free will gives us love. Because you don't have free will, you don't have love. So that's just the truth. So yeah, we touched on meaningful things. It's mostly things you cannot see. Those are the things that would really help you get through life. All right. So useful things, like I said, would be money and all the physical things you could think of, all the things you want, candy, food, the not nice shoes. Like I said, everyone indulges in like something that they want to get, but It doesn't have to be an extreme. Like, I'm a good steward of my things. I use all of those as often as I can because I want to be a good steward of things that God has given me. So, if you're gonna do that, you better use, honestly, if you're gonna get something, you better use it. But use it the right way. Put it to good use. Don't let it just be for nothing. Like, give it meaning as well. Like, you can give useful stuff meaning, like, in a way. You can give a meaning behind it. Your meaning, you can use a meaningful thing with a useful thing. Like, let's just say, I want to give someone something. Giving something useful to someone, having a meaning behind it, is to give them joy. So think of that as I kind of am wrapping this up. So basically, like I said, the more important thing, honestly, is the meaningful thing. But God will give you all that you need, and then some. He'll give you those useful things. But like I said, you should not make it an idol. I know everyone does it to an extent. I do as well. I'm not perfect. If I said I was perfect, I'd be lying. If you said you were perfect, you'd be lying. But if Jesus said he's perfect, then he's telling the truth. All right. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to touch on. But so yes, meaningful things are most of the things you can't see. Useful things are the things that you use. It's a tool. That's one thing I was talking about in the Bible a lot. Is that money is a tool. It should not be your number one. You should always strive for something bigger than yourself. Mine is God. Thank y'all. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe, depending on where you're watching this from. And thank you for watching. Be blessed. See ya.